Peggy 16.
To bring up Kim Nordström, Senior Vice President of Mobile at Paradox, and Mark Morris, CEO and co-founder of Introversion. Please come up.
Oh, it's a hard crowd, isn't it?
All right, so could you tell us a little bit more about the game? How does it compare to the PC version?
Yeah, sure. So Prison Architect's quite a long and intricate and complex strategy game. It took us about 6 years to get it ready for PC. And TAG have done an amazing job, and all of that complexity has been ported to tablet devices, iPad and Android. So nothing's been left out. It's the full, rich, deep PC experience. But the interface has obviously been completely reworked for touch. You know, it was a mouse and keyboard driven game on PC. That's not going to work particularly well on iPad, so TAG have done an absolutely amazing job making it a lot cleaner, crisper, so the experience on tablet is first class.
Great. So what were some of the key challenges of bringing this game to mobile?
Well, I think Chris mentioned the big one. You know, as you know, making games are always a number of challenges. But if I want to pick one for this game, it's definitely the UI. So the UI has been completely rebuilt from scratch to fit for tablets. And I think when you play the game now, it feels like a game was actually built for tablet from the beginning.
Great. And what about the price point? What's it going to cost?
Yeah, so it's free to try. So we spent a lot of time thinking about this. We're still looking into the price point to figure out exactly how it's going to work. You'll be able to download it for free and then pay for the parts of the game that you're interested in, but we're not having any salami slicing, we're not having any microtransactions, nothing like that, so nobody will ever pay more than $15.
Okay, great. So, leading question maybe, is this the first of many mobile games from Paradox?
Obviously a great question. Huh? Yeah, I think we're off to a great start. I mean, obviously with the Mark and Introversion guys, you know, taking Prison Architect to mobile is a good start for the company. Rest assured, there will be many more great games coming from Paradox for mobile.
Great, thank you so much, guys. So Prison Architect is going to be fully playable here at PDXCON, and Mark and Kim are going to be around to answer questions and demo the game. Thank you.
Cheers, thanks, Susanne.
Now we're going to move away from prison to a different setting completely. Frederick?
Yeah, we have a new developer that we're welcoming into what we call the Paradox family of developers, and we'll start with the trailer. BattleTech, you know that one, right? Cool. Yeah, it makes me especially happy since Harebrained Schemes, they share the same nerdy pen and paper background as we do at Paradox. We come from the same background. For those of you who are not familiar with the BattleTech franchise, it's a very deep and rich world. It's a tactical combat-based game, and it was backed by a successful Kickstarter campaign earlier on. So I would like to welcome up Jordan Weissman, the original creator of the BattleTech franchise and now CEO at Harebrained Schemes. Welcome, Jordan. particular game. So tell us more about BattleTech. What's your vision for the game?
Well, BattleTech is a return to kind of the roots of the franchise, right? Over the 35 years of the game, we've done like 15 video games, Mech Warrior series, the Mech Commander series, the Mech Assault, but we haven't actually gone back to the roots, which is a turn-based, squad-level tactical game. And we're so excited that that's what we get to do with this one. It's kind of bringing that vision of the original tabletop to life as kind of only was in the dreams 35 years ago.
Sounds great. Sounds great. What do you think the new and old fans are going to appreciate with this game?
Well, I'll take old and you can take new.
It always seems to happen. I don't.
It's good to have diversity. I think us old guys are going to like the fact that we've really taken the depth of the original tabletop. We've kind of stayed very true to the tactical roots of the game and the lore. Being one of the things you've seen maybe in our Shadowrun games is that we really want to make sure that we treat those universes well. I mean, even though I created them a long time ago, they become shared property with millions of fans, and we respect that. And we really make sure that we do our homework and tell stories that are great and rooted in the lore. And I think both from a game system standpoint and a lore standpoint, the older fans are going to be very happy and comfortable with what they see.
It's been very important to us from day one that longtime BattleTech and MechWarrior fans like this game, and that you don't have to be a longtime BattleTech and MechWarrior fan to enjoy BattleTech and have fun with the multiplayer, single-player campaign. This is a modern turn-based tactical combat experience. We've tried really hard to make this a game that's easy to sink into with a lot of strategic depth to the experience, and we think that anybody that enjoys sort of modern turn-based tactical games of the kind that we've seen really making a comeback over the last several years will find a lot to like in BattleTech.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks, Jordan. Thanks, Mike. And for those of you who want to try more BattleTech, there's a hands-on demo where Jordan and Mike are going to be present as well to help you through the game and help you get engaged in the game. So today, we're also announcing a new immersion pack for our best-selling Europa Universalis 4 game. It's called Third Rome, and it's focused on Russia and the Russian Empire. So I would like to welcome up to stage Johan Andersson, veteran Europa Universalis developer.
Константинополь пал, но московит твердо стоит на своем пути, и святая православная вера защищена нашими благородными князьями. Пришло время разбить последнее татарское иго и провозгласить себя царем всея Руси. Мы выступаем как истинные наследники Рима, и этот Рим не падет никогда.
There you go. So, Johan, why do we choose this setting for the next Europa Universalis 4 immersion pack?
Well, how do I say? I studied 1 year at university. I studied Russian. I'm a Russophile, so it was a natural for me when we were doing the first immersion pack. Which part of the world did we want to make more immersive and more fun in? Russia, Eastern Europe, the Orthodox faith.
Great. So, you've been working on the Europa Universalis franchise since, if I'm correct, 1997.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So why do you still enjoy it, if you do?
Well, put it this way, my wife keeps telling me, like, stop working in the evenings, spend time with us. I'm not working, I'm playing games. No, it's the game you're developing. That's work. I'm like, yeah, but it's fun as well. I mean, it's a franchise. I've spent 20 years with it. It's kind of like my baby.
Oh, that's very cute.
Or so.
You can ask Johan more questions about this immersion pack later on. It's going to be fully playable here at PDXCON, if I'm correctly informed.
Yeah, it's fully playable, and for we're going to have a demo downstairs, and for all the fans during the weekend, they'll be able to play it because it's feature complete, and we'll be out very soon.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Johan.
Thank you.
Johan Anderson. So, Susanna, did you have anything more for us?
Yes, I have something in the vein of brand strategy, actually.
Oh, really?
So, as you know, Paradox Development Studio has become known all over the world for their deep, complex strategy games. And of course, we like to think that there's nobody that quite makes games like us, right? We love a lot of other games, but we think we're pretty fabulous. But in order to be able to continue creating these great games that we love and also our community appreciates so much, you need to find the right people, right? And so recruitment is a little bit of a challenge. You need to find the people who really get it and who also have an understanding of our community and also the type of games that we like to do. And that's why I'm super excited to let you know that we have a new addition to the Paradox Development Studio team. John Shafer, previously designer of Civ 5, is joining the studio to run or manage a project that is unknown so far. John, will you please come up and talk a little bit about Awesome. So you're going to be a game director at Paradox Development Studio. Can you tell us a little bit about why Paradox?
Sure. First, thank you. It's great to be here. It's funny because I often make a joke related to this, that I'm filling out my grand strategy bingo card. Started with Firaxis, gone to Stardock, and now obviously here at Paradox. But there is actually a little bit more truth to that in a way, because I was a huge Paradox games fan back in, I don't know, 2002, 2003. Europa Universalis 2 and Hearts of Iron were two games that I played literally just as much as I played Civilization. And I really, in some ways, could have ended up in either place. And I think I actually made a post to this effect somewhere on the internet, and then my mom actually dug it up once she heard that I was coming here. She's like, "Look, isn't this so cute?" And I'm like, "Yeah, Mom."
So you remember what you post on the internet, never disappears.
Yes, nothing does. But it really is an incredible fit, because the kinds of games that Paradox has made, or makes and has made, are exactly the kinds of games I like to make and I like to play. So it was really just a natural fit in a lot of ways, and I'm excited because I've known you guys for 15 years now, so it's really exciting.
So can you tell us a little bit more about what you're doing, because I know you're all dying to hear.
I would love to, but I can't. So there will be more news on that in the future, but unfortunately I'm not going to be able to talk about that at least this weekend.
Okay. Anything else you want to add before we?
I think those are all the big points, but a couple smaller things. I'm available to do interviews this weekend, so if anybody wants to speak with me further, speak with, I think, your team lead or something. They're organizing those sorts of things. And also, since I'm starting up a brand new team, I'm going to be doing some recruitment of my own, because Paradox is always growing, so if you want to pass along the word or are interested in working on the grand strategy game with me at Paradox, that would be great. So
Cool.
that's about it.
Those of you who are watching the stream later on, if you feel like that might be something interesting worth exploring, then there'll be links that you can click on.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, John.
Yeah,
Thank you, and
Susan.
welcome to Paradox. If you're here over the weekend as well, John is giving a talk together with Henrik Furius, who worked on CK2 amongst other things. I believe it's on Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sunday at 1 o'clock, I believe.
Cool. And now from one secret to another secret. Fred?
Yes. So we have one more game to announce, and for those of you who follow me when I'm streaming, which is not that often, by the way, you know that I used to play a lot of Tropico as El Presidente. So I spent countless hours in that game, and therefore we're especially proud to partner up with the Tropico developer Hemimont Games to bring a completely new IP to market. And here's the trailer for that.
Peggy 12. The goal, or should I say, the dream, is to build a colony. A self-sufficient new world, far away from Earth. We know it's not going to be easy, but achieving dreams never is. In such an unforgiving environment, the challenges will be many. But if humanity is to survive, we need to succeed. This is why only the best and most talented people have been selected for this mission.
Isn't there a picture how it's gonna look when it's finished? No. Maybe there's one on the box. I don't think there is a box.
So, Surviving Mars is a deep city-building game that takes place on the planet Mars, where mankind goes into space, not to visit, but actually to stay. So I would like to welcome up to stage Gabriel Dobrev, who's the CEO at Hemimont Games, and Jakob Munthe, who is the product manager for Surviving Mars. Welcome. So, Gabriel, why Paradox and why this game?
Hello everyone. Mars is the next frontier. It's the next big challenge that is facing the human race. It's a bold dream. With Surviving Mars, we wanted to create a sandbox where people will be able to experience and to understand and to face the challenges that humankind will face when they go to Mars. We also wanted to make a platform where we can explore the possible solutions to those challenges. And finally, we wanted to build a community of people who are passionate and interested into going to Mars and to staying to Mars and to all the technology and discovery that has to be made in order for that dream to become true. And can you imagine a better company than Paradox to do that? So I'm really, really happy to be present at this announcement and to announce our partnership for bringing this dream to life. And to tell you our real success will be if one day somebody on Mars, a human being staying there, can say, for me, it all started with this game.
And the name Elon Musk Simulator was taken. No? So, Jacob, why Hemimont Games, and why is this game and the studio such a good fit for Paradox?
Well, as you mentioned, Tropico is a game series with a lot of fans at Paradox, and it's one of those games that always felt that it should have been a Paradox game. And Hemimont is definitely one of our absolute top favorite developers, so when they contacted us, we were extremely happy. We want to make more management games. This game is such a perfect Paradox fit with a hardcore survival city builder on Mars. Couldn't be much better.
Sounds fantastic. So the most important question is, when is the game coming out?
It's releasing in 2018. We're still that open, and it's coming out on PC, Windows, Mac, Linux, and PS4 and Xbox One.
Fantastic. Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you, Jacob. So, there will be a hands-off demo that Gabriel and Jacob will walk you through, I guess, here at PDXCON. So don't miss a chance to see the game more in detail. And Susanna?
Great, thank you. Okay, so today we're also going to be showing off the latest country pack for Hearts of Iron 4, Death or Dishonor. And it focuses on the countries that were stuck between the Soviet Union and the Nazi Germany during the war. So it's an early build, and our game director, Dan Lind, is going to be showing it off. Dan, are you here in the audience? No? We'll make sure that you know who to contact if you want to see more from that game. Also, Hearts of Iron 4 recently passed a massive milestone, which is 500,000 copies sold. So I think that the whole team deserves an applause for that. Long gone are the days when PC was dead, right?
Oh yeah.
We're also, throughout this weekend, showing off our upcoming games, Steel Division, Normandy 44. Now, this is a tactical, real-time strategy game developed by Eugene Systems, and it's funny, when we talked about this internally, that we were going to do it, people were actually jumping. Like, they were so excited. So Eugene Systems, much like most of the developers that we work with, are really first class when it comes to the type of games that they do. So we're super happy to be bringing this title to market later this year. And I think we even have our release date, so May 23rd. So we have Alexis Ledresse, I hope I'm saying that right, from Eugene Systems. Are you here? Yeah, can you just stand up so people can see who you are? And then Peter. Will be taking you through the demos today and also be here throughout the weekend. Thank you, guys.
And last but not least, inviting a special friend up on stage. It's a studio that's had a great journey over the past couple of years and developed together with Paradox in the last 3-4 years. We've worked together for 8 years, I think. Marina Hallikainen, CEO of Colossal Order. So Marina, would you like to summarize the past 3 years for us? How has it been at Colossal Order?
Ponies and jaguars. It's been an insane ride, to be honest. When we started developing City Skylines, we actually had a milestone or target, 300,000 copies sold. 3.5 million copies sold to date. It's insane. Such a close feeling with Paradox and the community, just creating this game and bringing it forward.
Do you remember the 3 things we said in the first trailer? This is not in my cards, by the way. I want to see if you can actually say it.
No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. I think it was rude.
It was rude.
It was rude.
Yeah, it was rude. The first one was play offline. Yeah. That was a lot of fun.
That was you guys.
Hey,
we didn't say that. We didn't say that.
Who can blame us? What's next in line for City Skylines?
So basically the development continues, and we're going to be releasing Mass Transit, the new expansion next week Thursday, and we're super excited to show that, and it's really going back to the roots, us making the Cities in Motion games and just focusing on Mass Transit, and of course we are really looking forward to keep working on City Skylines and making it great.
Yeah, so no more cities in gridlock, more like you make the traffic flow.
That would be the plan.
Sounds fantastic. Thank you, Marina. Thank you. I'm not sure if Mass Transit is going to be available to play here. Will it be? It is. It's also available offline. Sorry about that. Thank you to all developers who joined us here on stage and all the developers who are continuously working to make great games together with Paradox. And I hope you enjoy the lineup as much as we do, and that you have the chance to really experience and enjoy the games while you're here. We will now open up for a short Q&A with me and Susanna here, 10 minutes, open mic session, so just fire away all the questions you have. Joe Robinson, yes?
I've noticed that you guys seem to have formalised your DLC structure for the grand strategy games. So you've got immersion packs, country packs. Can you explain a little bit the why behind that, and kind of does it mean anything in terms of how they're going to be designed going forward, or is it literally just attributing a name to what you're doing already?
Can you repeat the
I
question?
will repeat the question for people in the stream. It has to do with DLC structure. Is there a thought behind the DLC structure? Is that the summary?
Or just behind your naming of it?
Or behind the naming? Actually, I'll be 100% honest. I have no idea. And the reason for that is that I'm neither designing nor naming the expansions or immersion packs. But do you know?
Yeah, so I think I don't design the games either, but I know that the teams try really hard to manage expectations so that if you try and label the DLCs a little bit more, people know what to expect, right? And that's, I mean, we've done that all the time, but it's a necessity when you have such a large community that we do. So I would imagine that that's the reasoning behind trying to categorize the DLCs a little bit more.
Yep.
And then maybe you can ask the developers.
I think it's a great question for Johan Anderson, actually. So make sure to...
We'll see if he knows.
Yeah. He knows.
It's my plan.
Any more questions?
Yes.
So with John's team coming on, and you guys have Crusader Kings, Hearts of Iron, EU4, and Stellaris, are you going to have 5 development teams in-house at this point, working simultaneously?
That's the plan.
We hope to have...
Repeat the question!
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
With John coming on board, will we have one more team working on games at Paradox? And I will say at least one more team, yes. That's the plan. Yes? Yeah, microphone, there you go.
For Surviving Mars, is it going to have like, so it seemed like that trailer was like kind of humorous. Is it going to continue to have that sort of Tropico style humor that runs throughout the game that we've kind of come to expect from that series?
Now, up on the...
Jacob is shaking his head.
Jacob is shaking his head here. It's a bit more serious, right?
There will... Yes. There will be a bit more humorous, but it is a serious game. It's a serious take on the colonization of Mars.
Okay, cool.
No llamas. For prison architects
concerning Prison Architect, you said mobile, especially because of touchscreen and everything, and, you know, putting the UI there. Is Switch an option then, because it has a touchscreen and can be considered mobile?
I guess it's for introversion to...
It's an option.
It's an option, introversion says. So we'll be happy with that. Oh, huh?
Where's Shams?
Yeah, he's in the background. Yeah, we'll talk to Shams in the background.
So the answer is it's an option. Definitely confirmed. Yeah.
So with City Skylines coming on Xbox and Surviving Mars being added to PS4 and Xbox as well, is moving into the console realm something that you're trying to actively do, or is that a development team decision, or?
We want to reach our gamers where they play their games. So to us, going into now that the consoles have opened up more and are more focused on digital distribution, and it's easier to get a game out on consoles, it's more natural for us to create multi-SKU titles. So whatever games actually fit the format, for me, it's hard to imagine how we would do the grand strategy games on console, but who knows? Maybe that's an option as well. But we need to figure out the interface and the control scheme and all of that first. So, but we're actively looking how to reach the gamers in more channels. Absolutely, yes.
Any other questions? Okay, well in that case, right? Yeah. In that case, we're going to wrap things up. I'm sure you have tons of questions for our developers as well. We have, as you know, a very, very packed day for you guys with games demos, back to back. So I would like to, once we're done here, for you to take contact with your PR rep or your team lead, as they're calling it. So if everyone who has a press group could stand up, so that's Daniel, Jesse, Simon, Troy, Tristan, Jörn, and Danny's. They're all like waving their hands behind there. Hopefully you'll know who you're supposed to meet because you've been emailed. Otherwise, grab someone and ask. And thank you all so much again for coming. We all look forward to hanging out with you. We have a whole bunch of people from the management team here hanging out with you today and hopefully for the rest of the weekend as well. That's our app. Thank you.